YouTube, ArcticWolf08, doing another deck profile on the updated Nordic deck since the ban list came out. Trying a new videotaping style, so if this works, let me know, and if you prefer the other way, then tell me, and I can switch back to the videotaping the other way. First, I want to say thanks to everybody. Over 1,000 views on my last Nordic build. Easily 5 times what I was expecting. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who viewed it and everybody who commented. So now hopefully this one can get just as big, and hopefully I can get some constructive criticism here. So we'll start with the monster, same as the last video, and work our way from there. First, just like last time, 3 Vanitas of the Nordic Ascendant. Still the key to the deck. Once per turn foolish, it's a synchro for, can become any of the Nordic tuners, so synchro for any of the 3 I just showed. Really need all 3 of these in any Nordic deck. Next, 3 Goldfax, 4-star tuner. He's synchro for anything, synchro with anything for anything, as opposed to Vanitas has to synchro only with Nordic. Thankfully, she can make at least anything, but he's great. You can actually stick him in any deck. If your opponent controls a synchro monster, you can special summon him. So 4-star tuner, quick synchro is real easy. Again, 3 Tengrisnir. Still missing one. Haven't been able to find another one. Nobody at my locals has it, so still proxying one. When he's destroyed by battle, you get 2 level 3 beast, Nordic beast tokens. So, that either one of them, instant Nordic god. Yes, gods. So, no, he's definitely a 3 of. 3 Tang Josters. He is fantastic in combination with this guy. When a monster you control is destroyed by battle, you can special summon him from your hand. When he's changed from defense to attack, from defense mode to face-up attack mode, you can search your deck for a level 4 or for a Nordic beast monster and special summon it, except for himself. So his effect, go get him. There's an instant Black Rose if needed, or if you have the tokens out, that's a Nordic god. So makes synchroing real easy. I run 2 Veiler'd of the Nordic Alfer. When he's normal summoned, I get an additional Nordic summon during the turn, so he makes for real easy 5 stars, and if needed, or if I happen to have any other monsters out, I can synchro for 6, 7, 8 stars easy. So, but mostly as a 5-star hitter with Vanitas or Goldfax. I run 1 Svartalf. His effect's not so great. When he's normal summoned, you can select a Nordic monster in graveyard and add it to your hand. Would be good, except for he's 5 stars, and I apologize for the shadows. But he's a 5-star tuner. He's mostly for Loki, but mostly I just use him for her effect. Pitch him to the graveyard with her. She becomes a level 5, so synchro's right there with her. But he's mostly in there just for that effect. But I have summoned him on occasion, with this guy, and just to get quick monsters out there. I'm running 2 Fat Hamsters. When he flips, special summon a level 3 or lower beast monster from the deck and face down defense. So him if you need more defense, or him if you're setting up for the next turn synchro. So the only reason he's really in there, and I guess with Goldfax he makes Scrap or Stardust real easy. Change from last time, I'm doing 2 Effect Veiler'd. She's not really in here for the tuner, but more for her effect, of course. I think with the ban list, she's going to be fantastic. She's going to be there to stop X-Sabers, to stop Monarchs. She can stop Samurai. She can stop the mirror match with like Vanitas, or Vanitas is about the only thing you'd really want to stop with her, but still, against the actual Nordic gods themselves. Mostly against X-Sabers, occasionally against decks like Gravekeeper. But she's a great card. I really recommend everybody, no matter what deck you're building, trying to get at least one of these in the main, preferably 2, but at least 1. So that's it for the monsters. For the spells, I'll just do the staples. Dark Hole, Giant Tree, Monster Reborn. None of these got touched by the ban list, so of course you have to run 3 of them. or run all 3 of them, 1 of each, of course. I mean, staples, of course. Personal choice, 2 Gold Sarcophagus. Searches for any card you need. Usually I get Monster Reborn or whatever Nordic I might need at the time, but most of the time it's Monster Reborn, Giant Trinade, things like that. Stuff to help me set up my synchros. But I tried dualities, and I like these a lot more in this deck because this actually gets me what I need. I may have to wait a couple of turns to get it, but it's a full setup. While duality is, of course, a fantastic card, but it may not get me exactly what I need, and this can get exactly that card. Another personal choice, I'm doing 2 Pot of Avarice because I send a lot of monsters to the graveyard between synchroing and Vanadis Effect and just protection cards. I send a lot of monsters to the graveyard, so help to recycle those. And then last first choice, 1 Smashing. This was an instant fusion, but instant fusion was a dead draw more often than not because only Goldfax could synchro with the monster I summoned. So I decided to replace instant fusion, and Smashing Ground was a high candy because it can pop any monster right now. There's no real monsters right now that can get big enough to kill my gods if I summon them, but if somehow they do, this can help get rid of them. So that's it for the spells, and for the traps again we'll go with Staples, Mirror Force, Torrential, 1 Warning, 1 Judgment. Only have 1 Warning available. Teammates are using the other ones, so I had to deal with just 1. Otherwise, there would be 2 in here. Another card that's a 1 of. 7 tools. It would be a second Solemn Warning, but since I don't, I have the 7 tools in here to help stop Solemn Warning. But again, pretty much these are all staples. 7 tools might even be considered a staple in the current format. You know, everybody's going to be doing Solemn Warning still and Solemn Judgment. Mirror Force is going to make a comeback. Bottomless is going to be big again, I believe. So I think 7 tools might actually become a staple. And staple for this deck, 3 Gleipnir. Don't really need to explain it. If you know what it does, search for any Nordic monster in your deck, add it to your hand. So that sets up any synchros you need, any protection you need. So it's definite 3 of, have to have 3 of in this deck. Change from last time, 2 Bottomless Trap Hole. With Black Wings getting hit, I think X-Saber will take over, so this can hit Fall Trolls and the Synchros and, you know, chainable to Chun-Li if needed. Against Gravekeeper, it can hit Descendant, it can hit Spy if they have Necro Valley out, it can hit Assailant. You know, the Mirror Match, it can hit their Nordic monsters. Against Plant, it can hit Chaos Sorcerer since that's at 3 now. So I really think this needs to be a 2-up in every deck now. And it's also great against Samurai, against Keyzon, against Grandmaster, if you can somehow pull it off against Shein. Another change, 2 Trap Stuns. With Book of Moon going down to 1, I think the format is going to be heavy traps. So these are to stop Solemn Warnings and Solemn Judgments the turn I try to synchro, and it helps get my gods out there and keep them out there for a while. And then 1 Call the Haunted. Again, it's another new change. I tried it out as a 3rd Trap Stun. Didn't like it too much, so I'm giving Call the Haunted a shot, and it's been working, you know, hit and miss with it. You know, most often I want to hit a Nordic or an Acer with it, but, you know, it's still often used good for synchros. Now for the extra deck. The extra deck might look a little bit the same as last time. 2 androids. Would be 1 android, 1 canister, but all the canisters in our team are being used, so I'm doing 2 androids. Between Verg and either Goldfax or Valkyrie, not Valkyrie, Vanadis, I can synchro 5 stars real easy, so that's why there's 2 of those. 6 stars, Bronic, of course, is staple, and then Guy Knight just needed a replacement for the band YuGiOh, and he was good because he can run over Bronic, he can run over Stardust, he can run over Black Rose if it's somehow still out there. So, I mean, it's a fairly good card. It can run over Iron Chain. 7 stars, 1 Ancient Fairy, 1 Black Rose, and 1 Scrap Archfiend. This deck makes 7 stars a lot easier than my previous build, so that's why these are in here. against Gravekeepers, staple 7-star in every deck, and just a extra 7-star if needed. 8 stars, 3 staples, Scrap, Stardust, Colossal. I was really hoping they would hit Scrap, but they didn't. So, I mean, these are the 3 staple 8 stars, 3 best 8 stars in the game. Then 10 stars, of course. Let's see, Thor, Loki, 2 Odins, and I have 1 decisive armor right now, and I'm trying to make it become a second Thor, but I can't seem to find one. So, you know, if you have one, feel free to, you know, send me a message about it. I really need the second one, but, you know, don't really need to explain these. These are the keys to the deck. I'll give a quick run through to the sideboard. 1 Gores, you know, in case I'm running a field wiper deck and I need the card, need the extra, you know, beat stick monster, but he don't get sided in often, but he's still there if needed. 2D Prison, you know, get rid of everything except Titanial, pretty much, and Sheehan, I guess, but it's a fantastic card. 2 Chaos Sorcerers, since I'm running more light monsters now, he's great sided in against especially any kind of stall decks that rely on monsters, but he helps against Sheehan, he helps against X-Sabers, against like Fall Troll and Gotons and whatnot. 2 Mystical sided, didn't have room in the main for them, so I put them in the side because they're still a staple card to have, even if it's just sided. DD Crows, staple still, you know, still just as good as the last format. Same for this card, Change its appearance, still just as good as the last format. And even though Gateway got hit to 1, Samurai is still going to be huge, so Kinetic Soldiers in the side. Might have a little bit trouble with these against Samurai because I think a lot of Samurai decks are going to start running Mizuhos, but still a good card to have. 1 My Body, 1 Starlight Road, just pro destruction cards, so if I need them. That's it for my Nordic deck. Again, thank you to everybody who viewed and commented on the last one. Hope everybody enjoys this one as well, so see ya.